So before I go, I just want to tell you what we are, what this thing is, and then I'll leave the stage for our friend here to start with the Seo Result. How many of you have a company or an ID, a business ID? Are you registered in the UAE? So N5 is a business incubator, but with a different flavor kind of thing. We are kind of the first step for anyone to launch a business in this region. What N5 does is different from Y Combinator or all these guys. What we do is not investments, but subsidizing. So if you want to get a trade license in the UAE, it's usually like 5,000–6,000 dirhams depending on the fees on your going point. We only give it to you for 1,000 dirhams. Moreover, we subsidize your visas, your co-working space, all that stuff. So you get a whole subsidized package so that you can focus on your business. But that would only make us just like any other business, right? Just giving the business set. In addition to this, we have more services. We have N5 Tech, N5 Design, this one, and N5 Media. Each N5 center helps your business in a different way. So let's say you're a fashion or a design business. In N5 Design, we have a fashion lab. If you go to the fashion lab, you just give them a sketch. They will produce it for you in smaller quantities. Dress, maybe onto the digital printing, whatever it is. We also have this way. We have the container called Prototyping Lab. It's a huge lab where you can do 3D printing, laser cutting, metal work, woodwork, whatever it is, to build your prototypes and get yourself to the market. Furthermore, if you go to N5 Media, this is something well to me. At some point, you want to create content to advertise your idea. At N5 Media, we give you production rooms, screening rooms, read rooms, editing suite, so you can create content for yourself. Finally, N5, one of the most important things in my opinion is that if you have a business, you need quick access. Where is the logistics company? How can I open the bank? What's the best way to build an app? Right? This is what we provide. We give you the N5 community. We have a Slack group where you can talk to so many founders, and it's divided by category. You can see who's in edtech, who's in e-commerce, who's in this, who's in that. You can quickly ask people who have faced your problems, and you get quick answers for that. In addition to this, we have these workshops, and final thing is advisory sessions. Advisory sessions are free sessions where you can actually, if you have issues with marketing, sales, legal, you can book an appointment with a lawyer, with a salesperson, with a marketing person, and get your problem solved one-on-one for your particular case. This is N5 in a nutshell. If you want to apply for N5, it's n5.ae. We are more than happy to see you around. I'll leave the stage now for you.
Thank you.
Let's know more about SEO pop-up first on Google.
Great, thank you. Welcome everyone. Obviously we're gonna talk today about SEO. Before I start, just please let me introduce myself. My name is Ammar Badr. I'm a senior SEO director and strategy lead at agency based in Dubai called RBBI, a digital marketing agency where we design websites, we do like UX, and we do as well like SEO. I've been working with them for more than 8 years here in UAE. I worked over 60 websites across like UAE or even like international websites, almost covering all the industries online, from travel, e-commerce, retail, finance, healthcare, all of them. So hopefully as well, if you have any question related to your business, I will be able like to support you, because it will be like a little bit different from industry to industry, how you can customize your own strategy. So I'll be able like to do that. Before I start talking about the SEO as well, during this session, this workshop, please feel free to interrupt me at any point if anything it's not clear or need like more explanation. I'm here like to answer you and like make it like easier for you. And as well, like we're gonna like do some practice together as well during this workshop, just like to test the stuff that we're gonna talk about, so it will not be only theory and like just presentation and slides. Okay, so let's start first by learning what is SEO. Any of you have like any experience with this before, or like did SEO, or like even read about it or try to do it? Great. So like it could be like some start like there is stuff. It could be like stuff you already knew. For you, like if you've never like deal with it, I'm starting the presentation or like this workshop by explaining everything in detail. So it is like for beginner and intermediate, like people who have like an SEO knowledge. As well, like going through the presentation, when you do SEO, most of us like think we need to be developers or understand code or even like doing like a coding thing. It is not like 100% true. You don't need to understand it. Your job is to know how to read it only and like find the stuff. And we're gonna learn today how you can do that. And you don't need to have the coding background. And then yeah, we're gonna start talking about the other SEO elements. So let's start first by talking or explaining what is SEO. Search engine, it's like shortcut, of course, for search engine optimization, which means all the techniques or the tools that we can do to apply to improve any website visibility organically on Google. What do we mean by organically? That means it's not through paid ads. So it is totally free. It's like stuff you do on your website to optimize your ranking through the Google algorithm and get like higher ranking. Again, I'm gonna say maybe a lot of the time like Google. So it is like when I say Google, I mean like all search engines, but like because Google, it's the biggest market share and we are used to say like Google all the time. But whenever I say Google, it covers any other search engine as well. And it is part of the digital marketing in general. So SEO, it is part of like the social media or the paid media, the display, the digital PR that you could do. It's like one of the strategies or channels that you can apply to get like a high performance for your website. It is one of the strongest. Why? Because it is strategic. It's not like if you stop spending on SEO by like stop doing SEO, you will like lose everything that you have like paid media. No, it is something you build on it and it will keep growing and bringing you traffic all the time. So let's start first by exploring the SERP. As well, like SERP is shortcut for search engine result page, which is like Google page when you do a search. Just to explain and differentiate like what is paid, what is SEO when it comes to this part of the stuff. So here in the top of this, you will see like always like before there is ad, like a small like black thing. This is a paid media, PPC. Pay per click. This one, it is not SEO. The first result that you see here in the top with this like ad next to it, Google like tried to hide it and blend it in the search. This is people putting money and ads to appear there. So this is not SEO. SEO, it is like other like parts we're gonna now discover. Sometimes you see like this box, which is like it have an image and like a big description and then like there is link down. And like this is like a bigger screenshot for it, so you can see how it look like. This one, it is called like rich snippet or knowledge panel. This type of like results called the zero result page. If you have like this type of result like on Google, you are getting that mean like your potential of getting traffic is really high. Why? It is because it ranked in a zero position. Why call it even not first? It's called zero because always it is on the top of the page. Even sometimes Google will prioritize it above the paid ad. So if you get that type of ranking from SEO, it will be really good, and this is called the rich snippet or the zero position URL ranking. Sometimes you will see something like people also ask, and this is again another organic format of like seeing an SEO element on Google to get traffic, and this is called the question answer snippet. As well, your website, it will appear under this. So based on like sometimes people search, ask a lot of questions. All of us, sometimes when we search on Google, we ask questions. And these questions could be answered through your website. So if you get like that type of content on your website, you'll be able or you'll be eligible to be ranked as well in this like rich content or question answer snippet. Then we have the normal SEO result, which is the normal listing that you can see like normally, which is not like it's like the paid ad in the top, but it is just like a listing. And this is the organic. Usually it is always in the middle, and here you have the listing. And majority of the SEO that we do, we try to influence this, and all the other stuff, it is the cherry on the top that you can get by doing more stuff. Okay, so majority of our work today is to be working on those, because the other stuff, it will be added or like it will be like happening as a complementary when it comes back to Google. Also, we have other type of search. Sometimes you see in the top, if it is e-commerce, for the people here that they have e-commerce websites, whenever you search something for a product or a shopping related, e-commerce related keyword, you will see like a picture with the product in the top. And if there is ad in front of it, like this one, like ads, this is called like shopping ads. Okay? But as well, you could get like you can get a news snippet like this one, like top stories, and this is called news snippet. As well, it happened like for the website, like let's say if there is a new release or like for a product or something. So it is good as well to optimize for that type of keyword. So this is another organic like result. Sometimes you will see the map as well, like this, and you see the like you will see the like a box with the location, etc. This is called the local pack, local search, and we're going to talk about it today. So like you can remember later on when we start talking about that, like for any one of you have like a physical location, not only like an online store or like an online business. If you have a physical location, you can optimize for that on Google as well. And there is as well like an image snippet. And this one as well, like when you optimize the images on your website, you could rank as well for the images and bring traffic. So it's not only text what you can optimize, images as well. There is same for the videos, and mainly here for YouTube videos. For videos, usually a lot of people keep forgetting YouTube. It's not only a social media platform. YouTube, it is a Google product and it is a search engine. So whatever we're going to talk about SEO here, you can apply for YouTube as well, because YouTube is a search engine. It is a Google product and it is a search engine more than a social media. For all of us, we use YouTube most of the time and we search for the stuff more than like kind of browsing like Instagram or Facebook, just going through the feed, or like subscribe for people and just go through their videos or their content. We search for videos, we search for that content. It is more a search engine than it is a social media. So you can do SEO as well there on YouTube, and you can be ranked on Google in the same way with the video snippet. There is always as well suggestions for Google called the related search snippet, and this is for the website that have like really strong as well. Google will suggest something else from your website. So even though if like if you are like, if there is a competitor keywords where like your competitor name appear, but like it could be your product appear, because if you are you have like good SEO as well appear on your competitors by this related search, because Google try to give different options. This is called like the shopping ad. This is for the e-commerce specifically. The shopping search in the top of Google, you've noticed, I don't know, like there is like the web images, and there is called shopping if it's a shopping keyword. On this one, there is like the paid ads, like shopping ads as well, the first row, but all the rest, it is organic, which is the free shopping listing. And you manage this through a tool called Google Merchant. You add your free listing there as well, like your product, and you'll appear here as well if you have an e-commerce website. And last one is the knowledge graph. The knowledge graph, it is a box. Mainly it will appear on brand search. So if you search like your brand name and you have a physical location, you can create this knowledge graph where you add like information about your business. If it is a global, let's say it's not like a small business, or it's like a global business or like big company where they have a Wikipedia page, you will see like a snippet from Wikipedia here inside it as well. You have information like about your business, like phone numbers, opening hours, the location itself, images, the social profile, reviews, etc. All this kind of stuff. So this is mainly for as well like branded search terms to have this space and pocket. And as you can see, it is really huge. So it really will grab the attention of the user to click and visit your website. So in general, as you can see, there is a lot of elements when it comes to the SEO. It's not only that like normal listing when we talk about SEO. There is a lot of options, or there is a lot of other stuff to do. And this is also like keep evolving and improving, and like Google pushing even like to add more variants of that, because what Google trying to do is trying to keep users on Google, to get the information from Google without leaving Google, without them making the decision. Having said that, for us, that means if you are doing an SEO, if you are an SEO person, or you want to optimize for SEO, you need always to keep all of this stuff in your mind. So today, through this session, we're gonna understand like how this workshop, we're gonna understand like how we can do this, and I will try to give you from each element of this, because it's really big topic, and we can cover all SEO in like 2 hours, and even like not in 1 week. It's like experience and work. As a beginner, or as someone like you want to do it for small business, or like for yourself, or to start doing SEO, I will give you like kind of the most important stuff that it must need to be in your SEO strategy, how to do it and learn about it. And this will open the door for you later on as well if you want to research more and understand more about SEO. But before going and start like learning SEO, we need to understand how search engine work, because what we are doing is we are trying to change something on Google, on the search engine. So we need to understand first how it works. What is the process? So we need to understand how it works to know how to optimize for it. So search engines usually go through 4 different steps when from having a website to appearing on from you, like when you like search something to appear this results. There is 4 main steps that Google or like a search engine will follow to show that results. The first step is the crawling. What do we mean by crawling a website? Google has a robots, and that robots are like, or spiders or bots, like they have like many different names. So that robots, they go through the web and go like through the servers and start reading what websites hosted there. So this like crawling, in other words, it is reading. So it will go through the web, crawl it, and see what are the options of websites available on the internet and start reading it. Then these robots will go back to the Google server and provide Google with this information. And this is called the indexing. So what this indexing does, it will go at these robots and tell like kind of the main server with Google, I saw this website in UAE. This website talk about like I don't know, like digital marketing, and they have this type of like pages on this website, like page about SEO, page about paid media, page about like UX, and this is the address of each page. In other words, I will give you like kind of like similar like a process, a real life one. I guess all of you like visited IKEA once. So in IKEA, what we do, we go through like in the showroom in the like first floor. And then like start like kind of, oh, I like this product. I will go like type the or like take picture of the number of the product and in which aisle it is, in which shelf. And then when I finish, I will go down and pick up. I will follow that instruction and pick up that. Same for Google. So Google go and browse and see what is the available websites on the internet and save the address of each one. Okay, if someone search for this website, I will be able to find it in this server and this is the pages inside that website. So it's the same process. Okay, is that clear? Yeah. These two steps that are happening around the hour, always on. Your website is like it's visited around the hour, like from Google. There is a daily budget based on the size of the website. Google try to crawl any website around like at least 60% of it every day. So they are like this process keep happening to see if there is any update. Keep providing for the index this information. So this is always happening, and this information to try to have it in there like Google server, always like up to date. So this next step, what Google does with this this huge database, like there is billion of pages of on the internet, how to prioritize and how to show the results. If we're gonna talk about digital marketing around the world, there is like hundreds of thousands of pages talking about that. How Google decide which page to appear first, second, how to do that? Through the algorithm. So they have their algorithm. It is like one of the top secret. Actually, like even like Google employees, they don't know it because it is as well a machine learning thing. So they feed to it. There is like an engineers who like feed to it, but no one know like the full one how it work like exactly. Because Google, if they say like people how it will work and everyone know how to work, no one will spend money on Google because you will know how to rank first. I don't need to pay Google money to put me first. So as well at the same time, Google kind of hide some information from the SEO people, so no one can have like perfect SEO. Otherwise, they will stop spending money on Google. And Google, they make money from the people when they do their paid ads. Okay, so this algorithm like happen and run when anyone like search. If I search for digital marketing, the algorithm will run, and then it will rank the website, and it will do the final step showing me the results. So the last 2 steps happen when anyone do a search, and the first 2 steps happen always all the time. Is the process and understanding like clear? So SEO land in all of this. So what we're gonna learn today, how to influence each step of this, and like how to help Google like to do this process. Because by us helping Google, that means Google will give us that kind of benefits from helping them to access the website easily and like rank us higher. Let's do the first exercise. On the first exercise, what we'll try to do is to check if Google can access our website. So what we'll do, I will do the exercise with you. All you need to do, okay. I will open Google. I will open a website as well. I will use like the agency website. So I will copy the URL of my website, the domain name. And then I will go to Google and I will write site and then 2 dot. See, site, 2 dot. And then I will paste the URL of my website and put enter. Then it's showing me how many pages on Google are inside this website. So there is 166 pages indexed from this website, rvbideas.com, in Google. So this exercise will help you to understand if Google can accessing your website or not. If this number was 0, that means Google can't access your website. There is something wrong. We're gonna see how we can fix that if that happens. Okay? So usually what you need to understand first as a first step, if Google can access my website and can read the information from my website. Because you could like prevent Google or search engine from accessing your website. So you need to make sure they are accessing the website. Now you need to learn as well if this number makes sense or not. Is 166 good number or bad number? This depends on the size of the website. Okay, my website size, it's around this number. It will be the exact number of the size of your website, the number of pages. That's good. If it is really below the number, that means I have pages are not accessible or not indexed. I have a problem. I need to fix it. If it's too big, again, it is like a problem. Okay, I don't have that big number of websites. Why pages? Why I have that many pages indexed? This is due to issues we're gonna talk about through the presentation, how to fix that. Okay? So, yeah.
We just search for our website and it's showing 32,200 results.
Yeah.
But it's also showing wherever we are featured in newspapers.
No, did you put like this site to dot?
Yeah, we did put site more than.
Without any space. Make sure like there is no space. The number here. Yeah, the number now, it's like makes sense, right? It should be only your website when you do it. Yeah, just make sure there is no space or anything extra. Okay? So the number here, it's like showing you how many. Is your website around that size? You have that many pages? If sometimes it could be a little bit bigger, but I will show you later on how could this number be duplicated or like triple this size. So like we have after 3 or 4 slides, we're gonna like discuss that element, how to identify it and how to fix it. Okay, so let's start talking about the best practices. What the SEO best practices or like the SEO like strategies or the SEO execution could be categorized in 4 main categories: the technical, content, link building, and local search. We're gonna go through each one individually and explain it and give examples, and even from each one of them we're gonna choose a couple of like very important topics that you need to learn about and fix on your website. But in general, the Google this algorithm, it is between 250 to 300 criterias. And of course, they are not equally like important. But, like there is like some criterias or some elements are like the weight of it, it's more important than the other. No one knows all of them exactly, and no one knows the most importantly part, the weight of each one, which is the most important to do this or that or that. What is like how to prioritize this. But as an SEO and an SEO community, what we do is we test, we try, we do campaigns, and then later on we share these insights together. And then we learn from each other. Okay, I tried, I changed this 1, 2, 3. I have that results came to my website. So that means this is really important to do. And another person tried the same, agree. Or maybe another person disagree. So it's collective. There is really an active like community in the SEO. Like we will see like a lot of like global conferences, a lot of stuff happen when people reshare like their insights together. It's different from market to market. As well, like how to collaborate and work with other like kind of digital marketing and do that. So it is that kind of a collective work from all of that. We came up with this that kind of four like categories and group them in this way. Before start like with them, there is a reason why they look in pyramid in this way, because in terms of importance, like, or let's say in terms of priority are like this. The technical element with it, it is the base of it. And like each one of them, you need the step down to be able to build on it. It's like kind of going with building. You can't start from second floor. You need to do like the ground floor to do the first, then you do the second. So with SEO, it's the same. You need to fix the foundation, which is the technical. Then we move to the content. Then we move to the link building and local search. And we're gonna go through now each one of them the same. Just as well to keep in mind, these criterias, yeah, it is group, but it is changing all the time. This is a timeline for the last 10 years only. And every year, as you can see, there is a major update. A major update where it really changed the SEO industry. It shaked the SEO industry. We could be doing something, Google launched something, we need to do like the opposite. So it's something ongoing. You don't believe you will do it and then like you rest, like I don't need to take care of it like later on. You always keep an eye on it, be updated, follow Google like kind of guidelines, they update stuff. So recently, for example, like we're gonna talk today about like a couple of them. Like last year update was like about the page speed, where they like this core web vital, where they're kind of pushing the websites to have a faster website. And then Google said like we're gonna punish the website. They don't tell you we're gonna reward. They always like follow a punishment. All of them are punishment, not rewarding updates. So this is like kind of the way Google let's say share the updates. Always it is a punishment. So this Panda one, it is for duplicate content. Every website who has like duplicate content, they got like punished and like remove them from the index. In 2019, there is the core the mobile first index. In 2018, for example, everyone doesn't have a mobile friendly website. We're gonna move them out. Now they are like threatening people like with this last update last year. Everyone have really slow website. We're gonna move them out. So all of them are punishment more than like rewarding. Updates, but as you can see, everything there is something big happening and there is updates. We're gonna go through some of them like through the presentation when it is relevant after we explain one topic. And we're gonna go through first like maybe like with this like we can consider we are talking now a bit technical with the mobile first index. And this update in the mobile first index in 2019. Actually, it rolled out. It released in 2018, but Google applied in 2019. Remember when we were saying on the crawler there is two type of bots. There is bots or like robots who goes through the web and like read the websites and provide Google with the information. These robots, they have two types. Robots designed to crawl desktop websites, and another robots designed to crawl a mobile websites. Because you could be like, like mobile and desktop, they look different. Before 2019, what was happening is the desktop robots who make the decision. So it doesn't matter what you have on your mobile version, you will be having like kind of the ranking on the algorithm for the desktop. They are like kind of like who make the decision, who rank first or second. The information that you get from that robots, they fit the algorithm and you get the results. Okay? In 2019, they just switch. So the mobile one who become mobile first. So they become the robots to make the decision. How that could affect me? Technically, most of the people, when they do a mobile website, they try to hide the content, the text. Because on mobile doesn't look good. People actually, even they don't read. All of us, we add the text for Google more than for the users. So because if you add it on the desktop, it's bigger screen, there is a place to do it. It will not like make the website look not that good. So what people used to do is they will add the content on desktop and then on mobile they will hide it. And because of that, like you will not like this will not affect the ranking, because Google seeing the content, the robots who are crawling the desktop seeing the content, I will stay relevant. What happened at that time? Everyone does that. They start losing ranking a lot. Why? Because now the mobile one, they don't like the mobile robots, they don't see that content. So they stop ranking these websites for that content. So that affected them. And of course, like it makes sense for this mobile, if you don't have a mobile friendly website, if it's not responsive, it look like really ugly on the mobile, definitely as well you will be punished with this update. So basically this update was what it was about. And Google provided a tool. You can try it. It's called like a mobile friendly test. If you can search on it on Google, and then later on you're gonna get the slides. So you will have the links as well. When you put it, you put like your website URL, and then it will show you if your website is a mobile friendly or not. And if it's not, why? They'll tell you maybe like I will do an example. It takes some time. So it will provide all the insights about the page. For example, one of the common issues like, I guess I use this URL so you'll be able like to see some issues. We use it for examples. So like you will be able like to see like for example, maybe there is two buttons are too close together. The text, it's too small or too big. The images are not like fully responsive. The quality of the image is changing. So all this kind of stuff, it was showing you and like per page, what is the issue with your mobile friendly website. Yeah.
So text too close together or?
Yeah. On the, yeah, when this kind of stuff happen, even now where we're gonna like start in the next slide talking technical, SEO technical, your job as an SEO person or like someone who does SEO is to find the issue and ask the developer. In the end, you didn't develop the website, right? You hired someone to write it, to develop it for you. So you need their help to fix that. And this is usually happen because of the CSS, the styling. It's a kind of a programming language that you use to make the website look nice. It is like the, let's say, the foundation of the websites. Because, you know, the website's written in HTML, and then big revolution happened when they created this language called CSS. It's a styling, like programming language, which is make the websites look nice. So this kind of, okay, like I put the wrong example. So this one, it's mobile friendly. It's done like, I will try now later on to show you like something with example with bad, how it look. But again, with any technical issue, always you need to get back to your developer to fix it. It's not something you need to do or you can do. I'm doing this for like more than 8 years. I don't go and fix the code by myself. I always need an expert, a developer who knows, because maybe I will fix something, I will break something else. So always keep that in mind. Okay, so let's start talking about the technical part. Before I start, if you feel like you are overwhelmed with this section, because usually I hear a lot from all the sessions that I do, like this is a bit like confusing for anyone who does like, who trying to learn SEO, because it requires this knowledge about coding. But again, always keep in mind when you feel like that, your task or like your job as an SEO, or like doing SEO, is to find the problem only. To fix it and how to fix it, your developer need to do it, not you. In the end, when you wanted to build the website, you hired a developer to do it. So it makes sense if there is anything need to change inside that code, the developer to do it. So the technical optimization, basically it is making it easier for the search engines to crawl your website. These robots, how they read our websites, they don't read it like how we see it. They don't see like an image and like text and like all of that. They see the HTML. They see the code behind it. They don't see the website like we see it. So if we make it easier for them to read this HTML, this code, Google will benefit. Because actually, if you are like kind of even guiding them, like I want you to read this image and read this text and read this page and like follow that page. So it's a kind of like with the technical optimization, like kind of showing or like teaching the Google crawlers how to read your website. And then when you do that, you have full control how you want your website to appear on Google. Okay? So that's why it is the foundation. It is the most important part of the SEO strategy.
So, Wordpress or
yeah.
automatically
Yeah, most of it's automatically done. With WordPress, for example, there is a lot of plugins. A couple of them are free, for example. But like if we're gonna say like kind of the official one, it's Yoast for the SEO. If you install that plugin, and I guess even if you got the free version of it, you will have all the fundamentals done. If you like got like the paid one, which is I guess like $45, $50, something like this, it will optimize everything like kind of even in an advanced way. So there is like systems like WordPress support this like technical part, and you don't need to take or like to be worried about it. But if you are not using that, then you need to do it manually. If you are not using that type of like advanced, let's say, systems, it's not advanced, let's say, because WordPress, it is mainly owned by Google as well. So Google like kind of build this to make it like a unique selling point. Okay. So when we help, again, just to summarize this, when we help the search engine to access our website easier, we will get a higher ranking. The first thing, yeah.
Now, because you said WordPress is owned by Google, so does it make sense to have the websites hosted on WordPress than other platforms?
Not always. It depends. For example, like WordPress, it's not designed for like a huge websites. For like as a startup, for example, even for me, when I want to start something, I will go immediately to WordPress, even though I know how to do everything else. But why to do it if my website size it's not that big or not that huge? And even spend time on it, while if it will cost me, even the cost of WordPress is really cheap. But like there is other really advanced like CMSs around like the world. For example, Sitecore. If you have a huge e-commerce website and you don't want something customized, like Sitecore, even like it have personalization, it have like other like features, UX features. WordPress, it's like really basic one. It doesn't have that like flexibility. Depends on the size of your website and like in the industry. Sometimes you need to use like platforms like Shopify. Shopify. I don't know. Like in Saudi, they use an Arabic one called Sella, which is like similar to Shopify. It depends on the system. Like if this is for the e-commerce, the startup, they use that because they have the templates and the structure done there, like the UX part of it. They don't need to build or pay anything extra. Magento as well, like for the e-commerce. There is Sitefinity similar to Sitecore. There is like SharePoint, but they are like killing it like Microsoft. So there is a lot of like platforms strong as well, but WordPress is the simplest one. And if you as a startup like doing SEO, it is the easiest way to do SEO is through WordPress. And it is the easiest one, but that doesn't mean because it's owned by Google, you will get extra credit on it. No, it's not like linked in that way. The others are strong. It depends on the size of your business. Okay, the first thing that these crawlers or Google or search engine read, it's the robots file. I will explain what is the robots file, then we learn how we can optimize it. The robots file, it is a text file. You upload it on your website. It tells the robots like who should crawl the website, what pages, where is the, just like you put like kind of the guidance. It's like kind of, let's say here on the enter of the, on this room, I put like before you enter, please like, I don't know, like put your mobile silent and like connect to this Wi-Fi. It's just I put rules. So everyone when enter this room, I'm expecting them to follow that rules. So the robots file purpose is like this, is to put rules for Google, how to read my website. So I'm telling them like, read these pages, don't read these pages, index these pages, don't index these pages. This is a link for the sitemap. So it giving like kind of instructions for Google how to read the website. Always you add only one robots file for your website. So it's only one file. It's not multiple files or anything. Sometimes like people ask like, can I add more than one? No, it's only one file, and it should be like robots.txt. And let's like see more best practices about it. This is an example of a robot.txt file. This I think just like it's for fun because you can like play with it as well. So it doesn't have any like kind of like use for Google, but just because you are SEO agency, like we want to like kind of brag, yeah, like we can like play with it to make it look nice. Even like here, like the brand name and the down, just like this is useless. Google doesn't read this. This is like just like if anyone like opened it, like to see it. So first, the file must be like named robot.txt. Just I will show you how it should be hosted. So when you upload it on your website. For example, with WordPress on the CMS, you can upload it, and then it will follow that automatically. So like this is the main domain. So if I put robots.txt, this is how it should be hosted only, without any more, like directly after the main domain, without anything else. Like you don't add it after pages or anything. And then like, yeah, when I click enter, it will show the robots file. Okay. Then you choose inside the robots file. You host it in the root domain website, as I said. And like, yeah, it should be like here the example, like your domain name here, like domain name.ie, let's say robots.txt. The robots.txt case sensitive, which means you can't like write, for example, like robots, then the txt, it's like in uppercase, or robots with capital R. It is case sensitive, all lowercase, okay? And then your site can have only one robots file, as we said, and generally the best practice to indicate the location of any sitemaps as well. Here, like we're gonna learn in the next slide about this like XML Sitemaps. So here what I'm putting, user agent, and I put star. Star, that mean all in this code. So user agent, which is, it's inviting the bots, the robots. So all search engines are acceptable. Sometimes I can like allow only Google. Sometimes there is, let's say, it could be like a website for like governmental for the US, for example. They don't want like Yandex or Baidu to access their like websites or to crawl it. So they can prevent them by adding like the name of the search engine. But here, like we don't have any issues from accessing all search engines accessing our website. And then here I put like disallow. Disallow, that means in Google, when you access my website, don't read this. Any URL contain this folder, which is this web admin. It is the WordPress for the WordPress like kind of shortcut. So I don't want them to waste time to crawl it, because this is for me only. It's not for the users. Clients, this one, because we host some work for our clients for testing. If they don't have let's say a staging website where they can perform the test, we do it on our website for them. But that content, it's not like for public, so we don't want Google to access it as well. So as well, we are asking Google to block it. And then we put as well, like if there is any parameters or anything with the tracking codes or etc. as well, we don't want you to waste time, because as I told you, Google try every day to crawl 60% of your website. So you want to choose which 60%. I don't want everything to be crawled. I want to choose the most important 60%. Okay? And then like I add the link of the sitemap in the end. So here, like this part, you decide. Most of the people, they will put like the legal, for example, the legal page. I don't want Google to waste time to crawl it. It could be like sometimes, like as I said, like pages that are not like actually for public users, or it's not that important. I don't want them to be crawled, or sometimes because there is error with it or duplicated with other pages. So I don't want Google to crawl them twice. Okay. So here you choose what to access, what not to access. If you, for example, sometimes you will see all your website is not indexed, and because there is an error in this file, because sometimes you block all Google. So you need to make sure you are not blocking Google. Yeah. Yeah, so that means like you are disallowing Google from access. Yeah. So from any of the list disallow that you have, is there something it should not be disallowed? All of them should be disallowed. Yeah. So here you choose like allow, of course, like that means you are allowing Google. Disallow, don't. And if you didn't put the allow, it's fine because it's automatically allowed, but you can add the allow as well. Yeah. How long to crawl? It depends on in the page, and we're gonna see in the sitemap how you can optimize that. Usually they will crawl every day. In every day they will access your website, but again they don't crawl everything, and depends on the size of the website. They don't crawl all the website all the time, and they don't crawl it as well at once. The everyday crawling thing, they crawl like kind of the first part of the code, the header only. Then later on they come to it and crawl the rest. So that's why, like for any SEO element, you try to add all the important stuff in the header, because this part it is crawled every day. How much it take time to reflect on Google? Depends. Depends on the importance of the website for Google. Let's say it's something on Amazon or like let's say Emirates website here in UAE or stuff. Their websites get like more attention because they know it's like big player. So they get like more attention from a smaller website or regular website. But on average, if you want to do any update on Google to see it reflected 100%, it could take up to 2 weeks, from like 2 days to 2 weeks to get it. But you can speed up that by like forcing Google to crawl a page. And you do that through a tool called Google Search Console. I will show it to you in the end because it will contain everything. So I don't want to open it now and confuse you. When we learn about everything, when we open it, you will see like there you can ask Google to index a specific page or to crawl a specific page now. But you want that to happen naturally.
So depends how old your domain is.
Yeah, as well. How old? If it is brand new, it will take more time for Google to discover it. But through the Search Console, you can introduce it to Google. Because in Google as well, like going through the servers, oh, there is a new website hosted in this server, then to start like crawling it. So if it's a brand new website, it takes like some time for this website to start ranking. But if you are doing good SEO, from week 1, you will start seeing results, start seeing pages index. So the XML sitemap, the other part. So that one, that's why I consider the most important. Yeah. Yeah.
They always say first 3 or first 5 days.
Yeah. If you will be my client, I will not tell you like you will get the result, because when I'm speaking to a client, they expect to see the full result. I said you start seeing results. Yeah. 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 They'll tell you like, because what happened is, again, like because when it becomes like a client agency thing, I work in agency, so like I've been asked this question a lot. Always you want like as a like kind of to get like when you are a client or spending money, especially on SEO or even on anything, you want to get your results as soon as possible, and you need to be fast. And it's frustrating with the SEO because it takes time. How it takes time? You will start seeing the results actually from second day or third day, but Google doesn't give you the credit from at once. So let's say if I did something perfect, they will not giving me the full credit for like this perfect thing from the first scroll. They need to see consistency. So in first scroll, okay, they are good. I will give them something. Next scroll, oh, they're still good. Okay, I will give them more. It could take up to 3 months to have the full credit of something. Sometimes, I swear, like we do something, and then we got like some results. Oh, we have the increase. Okay, great. But then we keep waiting. Oh my God, the increase is like really going bigger and bigger and bigger because we didn't get the full credit from the beginning. That's why when you do SEO, always you need to be patient and like think of it like in strategic way. You don't optimize for tomorrow. You optimize for something in the future. So it's more like about setup, doing something. But the good thing when you start doing SEO is today you fix something and you start getting the results. Next day you fix something else, it will, you know. So even though maybe after 1 month, the numbers, oh, it's increasing perfect. Even though the stuff that I'm doing this month, it will not affect in the month after, maybe in the month after, but I did something last month helping me. So when it becomes to the retainer, that's why even with SEO, we don't work like we work in a retainer. So in like at least 1 year retainer, or when we have the time to show at the end between like first and end of a project. And again, during these slides, I will try as well to give you examples from our clients. There is a campaign like we did for Automall, Al Futtaim Automall. I don't know if you heard, like, you know about it. It's like the used car like for Automall. The campaign, it took us 2 years to get like the maximum result out of it. 2 years. But like the results were like kind of an increase, like more 4 times in their like selling cars from SEO, which is when you're saying like you are 4 times bigger selling cars from SEO, that means you are talking millions of dirhams of value from doing that. And we won award for this, that kind of, for that type of campaigns. See, like it took 2 years. There is other campaigns with 6 months we achieve like something big. Depends on the type of the activity as well, with the issue of the website and the maturity of the website. Again, with the foundation, the technical, if you do like, especially if you have technical issues and you fix them, you will get the results faster from the content, for example. Because with technical, like it is like faster crawling. So we speed up something like faster. content take more time. Link building as well, it's more immediate when you get something good, for example. There is stuff instant, there is stuff take more time. And majority of the SEO, you will see the value of it, it is the content part. So that's why it take more time.
Small businesses.
Yeah.
How can we then assess whether my SEO agency or my SEO freelancer is
Yeah.
doing a good job? If it takes a year to see the results, then I don't know after a year.
Yeah. It takes a year to see the full results. I said you start see something. You should start seeing increase. I would say like you need. I will tell you in the end maybe how to check like the numbers. But like for example, first thing it should change the number of rank keyword that you have. This number like from start doing SEO. If they know what they are doing, they will do like the fastest thing. What we're gonna learn how to do it together now. I will like tell you about it, but maybe like I will keep actually this like kind of answers. Maybe I will like re-answer it in the end of the session because now I will like opening like more topics when I like give examples. So like it will be easier for me to explain it while I explain all the other points. Okay? Yeah. So XML sitemaps are the second important thing when it comes to the technical. Robots, the first thing like Google will read. XML sitemap, it is a sitemap. I will show you now example of it as well. How to do it. It is like a list of URLs. It's XML because the format of it is XML. It's like kind of again like a coding thing. It is basically list of URLs of your website. So when I put it in the robots file, what I did is, and in this list I will show you. You specify all like how you want Google to read. So when I put this link in the robots file, first thing Google will read. They will check, okay, I should not crawl all this. Then I see a link for a sitemap. They will go to this sitemap, they start seeing the list of the pages and how they should read these pages. Because there you put to Google, this is the most important page, crawl this page every day. This is not that important, crawl it every week. So I optimize how Google crawl my website. So my most important pages, it will be crawled every day. If I did any change on that page, it should reflect immediately or like after a couple of days. It should not take that like 2 weeks or 3 weeks because I prioritize the robots, asking them to crawl them every day. So here where you specify and like you play and like make Google read the website as you want. This is the kind of an example how the XML sitemap. This is a screenshot from it. Like it will be, of course, like list of these all URLs. This is only one URL, an example URL. There is auto-generated tools for this. This is a link for the tool. Again, when you get the slides, you will get it. If you are using WordPress, it will be built automatically for you, for example. But if you are not using a CMS who build it for you automatically, you can like use this tool, and this tool will auto-generate. You put your URL and it will auto-generate like the yeah. It should be dynamic. You can build it if you are not adding it manually. For example, if you are using WordPress or stuff, it should be manually. But how often you need to update it? If you are changing a lot your pages on the website, that means you need to update it oftenly because it is list of your pages. Is the pages changing a lot? This is how you know. Do you add and delete a lot of pages every day? That means you need to do it every day. You do it like every week, or whenever you do an update, you update it on your pages on the website.
See, on my website, I don't usually change the web pages. I
Yeah.
only keep adding blogs.
Yeah, then it need to be re-adding this. Or if you are using WordPress, what like system? Do you know how you are? I guess you have already like there is an option to add the XML sitemap. And again, even though if the CMS doesn't support that, a freelancer developer can build it to you from the hosting file and make it dynamic. Any website can have a dynamic website and a dynamic CMS. Just like ask a developer to do that setup for you. And there you specify rules. You tell them like if the page got deleted or removed, it code like 404, for example. Whenever they see that response, this page automatically it will be removed. If that page is redirected to another page, it will be removed. So you know, like always, it is like actual pages on the website.
So their coders can do this?
Yeah, the coders can do this. So and here you specify like the URL of the page. You put like kind of the last time you updated, and it will pull that automatically from like the system that you have. So Google will know like I did a change today, or I didn't do a change since like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 months, or like I published it at that day. So they know like kind of how often they need to update these pages if you like, if this page getting updated. Because if you add like SEO element to it, it is considered as an update page. Maybe you are not changing the content, but you are changing something else in the code. So they know like what is changing on the website. And then frequently change, I change every week. So they know here, like in this frequently change, like you decide, you want Google to, and you can choose like this group of pages to be weekly, this group daily, this weekly, monthly, up to you to prioritize your pages. You know your website. I want Google to crawl them every day or every week or every month, depends, okay? And then like the priority. 1 is the highest, and then like between 1 and 0, it's 0.0, it's like kind of don't crawl it, and 1, crawl it, it's the most important. And then you can change the percentage. It is like a percentage, 100%. We're gonna consider the 100%, it's like 1. And then like the 0%, it is 0. So let's say if like kind of this page, it's like 50% important, I put like 0.05. This is like half. If it's not that important, I could like put 25%, which is 0.25. Here you decide the priority of the pages, and you need like, you will see most of people or most of the websites, it's make easier, let's put them all one. If you are fine of like Google accessing all your pages at the same way, that's fine. To be honest, not a big deal. But in the end, like even though if you put all one, that doesn't mean Google will read all of them. It's like kind of giving Google the option to read whatever they want. Yeah, decide what you want. Yeah. Yeah. But to be honest, no one will customize it for each site, but they group the pages. I would say, for example, if I am a big e-commerce website, everything in the like kind of the product pages, those pages are like really changing every day. So I want this to be crawled every day and the importance one. The category pages, actually, they don't change that often. Since I publish my website, I don't change my categories. Almost they are the same. So maybe I will put them weekly and I put the priority half, for example, because like the category pages, which is if I'm talking about shoes and having the list of the shoes inside it, it is not changing every day or every week. So you can group the pages when you do this. Yeah, not necessarily. I will like talk about yeah, on the XML Sitemap. Actually, you can have multiple ones, and it's easier as well to manage multiple ones.
Each file
yeah, you can have it for each file. You can have it like up to you. It's not about like you can have one for English, one for Arabic if you have 2 languages. Because maybe it's e-commerce website, you can have one separately for the product because it's a huge, big one, and then like another one for the other pages. You could have separate one for the blog from the website. WordPress actually automatically they divide it based on the categories. Yeah, which is actually it is better if you divide it, but it's not that big important. If you like split it, you will make Google read easy. The bots will navigate easier because they will know like this section, this is the XML site. They will don't read everything, because usually each section it will have the same priority. So they will know like always when this section I need to check it every day, that section I don't need to check it. So they don't crawl, because if you add them all of them at once, anyway they need to read URLs to see the priority to go next. So in that case, it is just like saving time on Google, like so they will read it easily. Yeah. I will go back now to the example when you see a lot of pages. Like when we do the exercise index, when we did it in the beginning, when if you tell me like kind of, oh, the number it's too big, this is because a common issue, which is the duplication. In the Panda update that happened in 2011, why Google did that update? Because they found out more than 70% of their index are duplicated from a technical thing. How? Example, all of us, when we buy a domain, by default, we will get the www and the non-www version. It is the default. Whenever I buy any domain, I will get both. It's rbbi.com and www.rbbi.com. Both of them are like, I get them by default. For Google and robots, they are 2 separate websites. So whenever you publish your website, it is always available like any page on 2 URLs, the www and the non-www. So this is a common duplication issue. So for Google, all that websites, like they have to crawl the same website maybe twice, with www and without www. So they start punishing websites. Since 2011, that does that. What I need to do is to check one version. Doesn't matter which one. There is no difference if what's important or not. Like, I like to have it www dot or non-www dot, and I redirect one to the other as a 301 redirect. I will explain what is 301 redirect. So I redirect one version to the other. Similar issue with HTTP and HTTPS. The HTTP, it is the protocol of the web, and it is the default for any website. If you put an extra, like a license for the security, and you see most of the websites have it now. That's why we have less issues with like viruses downloaded in our like laptops or mobiles because of our website, because it is secure websites, HTTPS, especially for online payments and stuff like that. So usually you pay extra money to get this license, the S. So by default, you will have two now, the HTTP and the HTTPS. And same, you need to redirect the HTTP to the HTTPS. So to get, to not like prevent this from Google to understand. Basically, any change in the URL, it could be the same page loading. Maybe it's a capital letter only change, but like the page, it's exactly the same. For Google, any change in that URL, even if it's capital letter or small letter, it is a new URL, a new page. They need to index and crawl. So that's why you have too many pages. You have one of these duplication issues. The solution is to go to the developer and ask them to set up redirection from one version to the other and choose only one version on the website. So for example, if I have this two issues together, that means each URL available 4 times. So my website duplicated 4 times the size. So that's why it is that kind of Google really pushed people to do it. So it's really one of the big red lights that you need to do. I will teach you how to check if you have it or not, the issue. But just first, let me explain the type of redirection.
How will they punish this kind of
This is how they manage. They punish us if we have it, so we need to go and fix it, so it will be easier for them. Yeah. Yeah. You will not get good visibility and good ranking. You will not get good traffic. Other websites who have that issue, your competitor will rank higher than you. This is your punishment. So you don't get traffic. So it's up to you. You want your website to rank higher, go fix it and make it easier for me. Yeah, when it comes to technical, mainly this is what we do. Like we are like kind of Google slaves on this when it comes to the SEO. We need to go like, okay, please, like, yeah, fix this, go like, give me credit for this. I make it easier for you.
I think in private website, they have this issue.
Yeah.
WordPress already fixed it.
Yeah, and with WordPress mainly, it is automatically when you do it, like they have this kind of rules implemented. But I'm not sure for the HTTPS, but you can implement it. It's really easy on WordPress to do this kind of stuff. Just to give you like an idea about this redirections, why 301, when I'm saying 301, why I didn't say just redirection. The redirections in the code language, in the URL language, there is that kind of numbers for coding. Instead of like saying redirection, I say like the code number. If I say 301, that means it's like permanent redirection. If I say 302, it's temporary redirection. If I said like 404, it is not found page, which is page deleted. If I said 200, it is like actual live page. So it is that kind of code. 500, a server error page, which is the server is down or my hosting is down. So all of this, that kind of coding responses, so we use it. 301, it means permanent. It's forever. We have two types of permanent, 301 and 308. Okay, 308 newly, Google accepting it. So it's safer when Google start accepting something recently. We don't trust Google. We wait a couple of years. We see other people what they are doing. If that's fine, then we follow. Yeah, you don't trust everything like happen like immediately and like do it when it's like a new thing like get introduced. You need like to wait other people to try. Don't try you from the beginning. So it's it newly. So we stay safer and we use the 301. It's the same implementation. So why do you do it? So yeah, just like that's why, like again, like you will see it's the SEO community. If you want to follow that, it's really huge. When you want to learn like about this news and this stuff, you will always see a lot of articles and comments. There is a website called Search Engine Journal and another one called like Search Engine Land. Those they publish every day, and it's spammy a little bit, to be honest. They need just like to publish every day. But for me, even until now, anything will happen, I will go read it. If I want to learn something advanced and improve my knowledge skill, I will go to Moz. Moz.com, they are like kind of the masterpiece of like they have a lot of free tutorials on each single element of the SEO and explain it in details with examples, how to apply it, how to do it. So again, there you can do it. Moz, M-O-Z. So yeah, like this kind of websites can help you. We keep like kind of track. And again, as I said, like people trying, saying community, Google, like there is Google Webmasters. In the end, I will show you like kind of one of them, like John Mueller. There is Webmasters as well, worker in Google's, like they keep tweet, they keep stuff. So we keep asking them, bugging them, making fun of this. They as well, they have like kind of always like kind of webinars, and like they have videos, and they publish this kind of stuff. So you keep always like follow and like see. But don't try from the beginning. Don't believe Google from the first time, because sometimes they switch. They test. It didn't work with Google. They switch. So they test and make us like do the test for them. Okay. So yeah, the Panda update. It is about the duplicate content, and it is from as I said, like kind of this kind of issues. 301, 302, 303, 4, 5, 6, 7. All of them are temporarily. If I'm putting temporarily, that means Google need to keep crawl it. It should be permanent, okay? How to check? I've asked, I guess, in the invite to install this extension. I added here again, like it's like you can search on your computers on redirection path, a Chrome extension. It will help you to read the URL. And I will show you how we can do it. I add the step here again when you get the slide later. I will show you how we can test that. So I will go back to the RBBI website. When you install the extension, it will appear here in the top. I have a lot, I know, but like it is here, my extension. So I will go do the test for RBBI website. Let me just remove the robot.txt. So currently RBBI website is with www, as you can see, www. So I will try to remove the www and put enter. And then I will check the tool that I ask you to install. When you click on it, it will show you. The non-www version, it's 301 redirected to the www version. So this is a right setup. Any other number, it's not right setup. So this is how it should look like. If it's 302, 307, it will look orange actually. It will tell you here it's not good. And it will show you here orange if it's not good, the tool. It will tell you what to do. So as you can see, permanent redirects. This, I always want a permanent redirect. And of course, this one 200, that this is the live actual page. Let's try the HTTP and HTTPS. So if I remove the S and put enter, again, it is 301 from HTTP to HTTPS. So this is the proper setup. Again, this is really easy to implement on this website because it's WordPress. It is easier from the others, but just like because it is a Google product, so they make it an SEO friendly CMS. Okay. I need to speed up a little bit with the presentation. We still have a lot. Okay, we move to the content. Now that part, the technical, as you can see, it is mainly you audit something. If you have the issue, you will go and ask the developer to fix it. And if I saw now it's not 301, I will go ask the developer, please change it to 301. I will ask like someone understand code to do it. Okay? With the content, it's something you manage. And content mainly, it is everything when it comes to the website. Text, image, video, everything. Everything. We don't like talk about copy only. Everything on the website, you can see it is the content. And of course, the main exercise is adding keywords. This is what you usually do, like is you add keywords, and then from that keywords you optimize for the website. We're gonna like learning a little bit, but just before I move there, content in SEO word, we say content is king. Content is the most important thing, because what you have on content, what you will be ranking for. Technical help Google to read this content. So everything, content is the center, the core of SEO, and everything is around it. The technical, yes, it is the page. We can't like kind of optimize without it, but technical, it's built to make this content readable for search engines. So it is the core. Everything is around the content. So it is one of the key or like core activities that you can do. I'm not sure if all of you know how to do keyword research, but we will do exercise now to do it. We will use Google Keyword Planner. If you do paid ads, you will get actual numbers. If you don't have paid ads, you don't spend money with Google, they will give you range. But at both of them, you will understand if this keyword have high search volume or low. So I will show you now example how to do it. So when you open this keyword planner, the link that I added in the slides, again, like you will get the slides, so you will have the link. This what will happen. This is what it will show. So what you would do is you do discover keywords. From here, you see like I choose the market. If my market is UAE, I will put UAE. If the language English. If I'll do it in Arabic, I will put it in Arabic. If in French, I will put French. In Chinese, I will put Mandarin. So you choose the language, you choose the market, which country, okay? Then you start typing your keywords here. So let's start, like, let's say we're gonna talk about like digital marketing. You put enter, so it add like marketing Dubai, digital marketing agency. Let's see. And then you add all your ideas. Let's say if I was like, my topic is like, I want to optimize my RBI agency account. Okay. I put all the kind of keywords I think users will search for. Always it starts with brainstorming. Then I put get results. Then Google will start showing me like the search volume for each keyword and with the trends. So digital marketing, it's the highest searched keyword one. Like on average, monthly searches are 6,600 in UAE in English. And this is the trend. So you can know, for example, which month are higher, which one is lower. It will show you other like kind of paid media stuff. Those for paid media. This tool, it's designed, Google designed it not for SEO people, for people who wants to do ads. But in the end, it's the same keyword, so we can use them. So we ignore all of this. Yeah.
So you're saying this tool is actually for SEM?
Yeah. It is Google Ads. It is the Google Ads platform. So it's not like for SEO. But again, it's the same search. So you can use these keywords. Yeah. So, and then on top of like the keywords that I put in my mind, Google will suggest something similar. Online marketing, marketing agency, digital marketing. What is the keyword? Yeah. Mainly all of them, they rely on this. They have APIs to get it from here. Yeah. Because only Google will have this information.
This is the source, right?
Yeah, it's just a source.
This is the source.
Yeah, this is the source. And this one free.
What's this? They say something different.
All of them, like even like for example, the best I would say currently, because they keep changing as well. The best tool in the digital marketing that you can use and spend money is SEMrush.
Yeah.
SEMrush. Because you can use it for social media, you can use it for SEO, you can use it for paid media, you can use it for link building, you can use it for all of that. It's like really comprehensive like tool. And they provide the search volume, but they take it from Google API in the end. For me now, for example, for my clients, I don't like show them this kind of interface. I use the API and like give them something else. Even with SEMrush, I'm an agency. I can give them the account to do something or to show like their data against competitors or something. So I implement API through Data Studio and show them like dashboard where they can interact with. So all of them, they use API from this source. They provide, for example, the organic competition. They provide this kind of stuff. But to be honest, I'm doing this for that many years. I look at the search volume and this is what matters. Because it doesn't matter if the competition high or low. Sometimes you need to have this keyword. You need to optimize and push for it. And this kind of stuff, it's a selling point for you to pay for tools.
It's not enough for do this competition about this one. So you will spend all resources.
Yeah, definitely. Like for advanced, it will help. But like if we are talking here about startup, I would recommend to invest your money in creating content than like using tools to get information you can get for free. Even if you are not getting paid ad, instead of showing you like 480, for example, for this keyword, they will show you a range between like 50 and 100. But like this, there is a 50 gap or like depends on the search volume. But you will know which is the most important, which is the less important. The idea as well, it's not exact. Because this is like have two more search volume, I will get more traffic. No, it is more. I will tell you now when we do like the second one, when you use the keywords, like how to think the logic behind it. Don't take it and then okay focus on it as a keyword. Google organically really changed. SEO used to be in this way, but like in the last couple of years and every year it's changing towards something else. Google launched an update in 2014 called Rank Brain. So Google start understanding the keywords in a different way. So if they saw online marketing, it is same for like I chose like maybe a different word. I don't have like an idea in my head. Internet marketing and online marketing are the same. It is the same meaning exactly. So Google understand you don't need to use both to get the ranking for both. Before it used to be you need to mention the keyword to get the ranking for the keyword. Now if it's from the same context, you optimize for context. You don't optimize for keyword now. But you still need to understand the keywords to build a context around it. And yeah, it's good to use the most high search one in the primary places.
So, two quick questions. One, so you're saying that the basic keyword research, SEMrush and Moz are not.
No. Yeah, this is enough. If you have that, yeah, definitely. That it is more user friendly than this.
From your experience, what is the good time range to take when you're doing the keyword research?
I check at it at 1 year, to be honest. Yeah, I check in the last 1 year just to see the full trend, because each keyword could change. Like from you will see now like there is more stuff like trendy in summer than in winter. You know, like especially depends on the industry, of course. Yeah, there is.
A lot when you take 3 months or 6 months or 1 year.
Not in it's the idea. For example, I will go back to the automotive example. Automotive in Ramadan, the surge is much higher than any other month. As well, it is not fair to use Ramadan actually as a month to benchmark a keyword, because it's only 1 month in a year. So you need to look at the full picture. 1 year it will give you like, yeah, it will give you like kind of all the seasons. So if there is any seasonality, it will be like kind of like weighted. So you will get that. So 1 year is good. And as well, if you went too back, maybe that keyword was growing. So that term didn't exist before. Okay? So it's like really simple to find the keywords for SEO. It's not like paid media. You don't need to have the full list. You just like find like for your topic, like a couple of like primary top keywords, and that's it. It's not like paid media. You need to have every single option. Then we will do the most important thing. This is the page title and meta description. I'll explain what that means. If today all of you left and went back and you want to do only one thing from this session, do this. This is the most important thing that will help you to bring result to your website. And usually me as an agency, I start with the technical always, because it takes time to be fixed, especially if the website too big or they have a huge. But the first thing I will do as an agency, I will do this title tag and meta description, because it will help me to drive results fast and look good in front of the client. So even like for you, you need to do it like from the beginning. So even it will give you like motivation. When you see numbers, it will give you motivation to do more and learn more. In all of us, like even though if they are my client, if I saw the numbers increasing, I'll be more motivated to start like spending more and do more, like just like to make these results even better. So the page title and meta description, they are not the same one that you see on your website. You don't see it on your website. They are only in the code, and they are look on Google. So that the blue thing and the gray thing you see in the listing, this is the page title and meta description. So it is an HTML elements. You add them to your every single page, and then you optimize them and you add your keywords. We're gonna talk and like learn how to do page titles and meta descriptions. So we choose the keywords. From that keyword list, we choose our primary keywords, and we try to group them. So let's say we were talking now about like a digital marketing online agency. So or like internet or stuff like this, and then we check, for example, maybe in Dubai or in UAE, or they choose the city or the country. So when we do like this like we try to group this keyword. This is the top 5 like high most searched keywords. And then we need to write the title. But before we write the title, before I start, what I will do, always the title should end with this brand name. Your brand name, it is the same, should be end with every single title tag on your website. Always follow this structure. You put the title, this straight thing, which is like above the enter. I don't know what they call it. It's not trailings, yes, slash, but straight one, I don't know. I don't know the name of it. This kind of straight line, and then the brand name. Okay? And when you put the title of the page, try here to mix the keyword and build something. I will go back to the example, for example, this one. See, I put it, the brand name. Every single page on RWBI end with this, okay? In the beginning, I'll try here where I add my keywords. So SEO, I saw like people search for SEO and they search for search engine optimization. So I'll try to use both. Search engine optimization, so this is for the SEO services. And then I saw people like look for SEO agency, agency in Dubai, SEO in Dubai, SEO agency in Dubai, the same keyword, or search engine optimization in Dubai, search engine optimization agency. All of this, it's working. Also, all that keywords that I mentioned now, all of them mentioned in this title. Keywords doesn't need to be like kind of connected behind each other. All this mix and match, if you can play with this, your primary keyword, and mix them and make them a one sentence, you can add. This is perfect. Then it will look like this. Good. Other thing you need to keep in mind when you do page titles is always first letter should be capital, the rest small. This is a structure from Google. You should not add all capital letter at all, unless your brand name, it is like this. You need to do it and in a specific way, and you should not like add everything here in capital. Only first letter, the SEO, because it is shortcut. It's SEO. You know? Yeah, don't take it like as an exact. Okay, should like only first letter should be capital, so SEO should be EO. That one it look weird, but what makes sense, you know, and then apply on that makes sense. Every word should start with capital letter, the rest lowercase. This is the structure for the page titles. You need to do it unique for each page, because each page should be talking about only one topic. So you should like kind of have one title tag unique, should not duplicate them inside the website for each page on your website. Okay? You don't get benefit out of it. It is the most important ranking factor, and if you are duplicating it, you are missing an opportunity to get like visibility on the keyword that you are getting. Yeah.
I think both pages will not rank.
They will rank, but they will not rank high. It's not like a penalty of not ranking you at all, but maybe you will put you on the 4th page. It's like you are not ranked. It's similar to be not ranked, but yeah. Yeah, you create template. So what I will do now, for example, we manage e-commerce websites. Definitely we don't go and like optimize one by one. Create template. No, you do like kind of what we do, for example. I will give you example, like Crate and Barrel. They are like kind of client of ours. So what we do for their like furniture, we know, for example, for all the like let's beds, chairs, stuff like this, people search usually for like the type of the material, like if it's wooden or like if it's like metal or doesn't, and they as well mention the size. If it is like single king bed or queen bed, let's say, this is that kind of always all the combination. We did a keyword research. This is the concept. Most of the people do it. Maybe like as well they like to search for the color, like white, brown, depends, like wooden, you know, like kind of all this. Yeah, from that. Yeah, for Google search, yeah, definitely. Then I group them. You know, definitely each one it will have different search volume, but I will group them. I will see kind of the most common ones. Okay, this is the template. I will put the product name and then with this extension and the brand name in the end. So the only thing will change always is the brand name, and you can with the developers automate that to be. It will be dynamic. Whenever you add, it will pull the information from the content, the color, the material, the stuff, and it will build it automatically. So yeah, definitely you can do this manually for e-commerce websites.
If you need a private website, not WordPress.
Yeah, with e-commerce, no one I guess will use WordPress for e-commerce.
Some of them do.
Yeah, but even with WordPress, there is a bulk upload solution where you can like prepare this template on an Excel file and then upload that Excel file to that bulk upload. It will go to contribute to the right page, so it will work as well. It's not long-term solution, but yeah. Okay. While for the meta description, just to summarize this, meta description is much easier. Meta description, it's more about mentioning keyword. It's good, but it's more about using your marketing skills to convince the user to click. It is like helping you to get like more clicks to the page. So clicking on this, like writing this, like you need like to have like let's say like being like kind of selling point, like let's say if e-commerce, like free delivery, no VAT, for example, delivery same day. Like you can't try to mention this kind of stuff, just like to to attract the user to click and visit your website.
I think it's called shout out.
Yeah, or USPs, or yeah, like this kind of stuff. Write them. Just one thing in the end, the titles on average 60 characters. Between 60 and 70 characters on average, you write them. Meta description, always write it between 140, around 140, ending 155. 156, it will not show correctly. 155, like strict, the character limit. So you put them on your Excel file, put the length like 1, and then like start writing in that way and keep in mind the length. First title and first description, it will be, to be honest, it will take you maybe like 30 minutes. Second one, 20 minutes, and then it will be like 1 minute for each. You will get used to it. But yeah, always like in beginning, it will look hard, then it will become easier. Description, yeah. Okay, so from this presentation, if you want to do only one thing, do this. This is that important. To identify your brand, and it is one of Google recommendation, and as well because because I don't know, Google want there to look like this, so they give value for the website, so that's like adding the brand name. Yeah, but as well, like to identify your brand, and as well it will help your brand if someone like searching for some to link these keywords to the brand as well. So your brand will be known, for example, for selling these items on Google. So if people searching for related items, this kind of stuff, you'll start appearing in this related search in this way. If they search for competitor, let's say I'm an SEO agency and there is another SEO agency, one of the users search for the other SEO agency, but they put their brand name. So I don't have that keyword in my title. But from the context, Google understand I have the similar service, they will rank me as well. Because my brand name, it's linked to a lot of similar keywords. Yeah. Yeah, for the full brand, like it's red, blue, blur ideas, but I don't care, like I'm not a corporate. I have this issue. I have client Cleveland Clinic Abu Dhabi. They are a hospital. They have a shortcut called CCAD, but we are not allowed to use it. They are like their brand name, they are protective about it. I always need to mention Cleveland Clinic Abu Dhabi. I can use only 2 keywords now because the brand name is like too long. With the character limits, I have 2-3 keywords to play with, and that's it. Similar, I have Abu Dhabi Islamic Bank as a client. Abu Dhabi Islamic Bank, half of the character limits, like done. I don't have it. Mall of Emirates are my client. Mall of Emirates, same. All of them, it's Mall of Emirates. So that the idea, like their brands, sometimes they will not accept it.
You have MOE could be
Yeah.
also MOE.
Yeah, MOE. I'm not even in my presentations, for example, presenting. I'm not allowed to mention it as an MOE. Should put the full name. This is like they are protective about the brand. So this kind of stuff.
MOE
Yeah.
could be many things.
Yeah.
Short forms could be many things.
Yeah. So just like to identify that. We move to the link building. With the link building, it's as its name, why it's called like link building. Usually when websites link to each other, let's say if I have a website and I have link from you and I have link from you. For Google, this is good signal. That means my website is valuable because other people are linking back to me. So the process of doing this thing, we call it link building because we try to build links, asking other websites to link back to us. Okay? It used to be the most important SEO task before, especially between like the 2000 and 2010. Majority of the people, when they do SEO, they do this only, and they get like the results up to the roof. But Google found out people could there is now an industry where people create websites to give links and sell links, and people go and buy links and getting higher ranking, and it was like a competition. Instead of improving the websites, a competition of buying links. So value of the results page on Google, it was spammy. You could search for something and you find something else, it's not that relevant or it's not the best. So Google started developing their algorithm and rely less on this metrics. They don't give now much weight if you have a lot. I have a lot of other websites linking back to me, and value more the content, the context, developing that, make it more smart. But in this case, it become instead of having it a lot of people linking back to you, instead of being really measure up activity, it become a minor one. You do it once every while, and depends on the market, especially in UAE. You don't need to do it that much because the competition it's not that high. But yeah, so the competition on link building, yeah, because there is.
The most black hat I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's why.
It's a new idea.
Yeah, because that's why. Because here it's not that well known to have a black hat SEO to do that, like and buy links. And actually, really a lot. This like a black hat thing now it's reduced. Not many people doing it. Yeah.
Or buying a black hat link.
Yeah, I attended one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I attended. Yeah,
It's an illegal outside UAE.
yeah, I attended one, like even showing you the hacks and stuff like that. I don't believe in it. Expedia got penalized 4 times from Google. They keep doing it 4 times. And the penalty for this one is they remove you totally from Google. All the other penalties are like reduced ranking, competitor rank over you, you set visibility. The penalty of like doing the black hat, like buying links and like do that kind of activity, it's removing you totally from the index.
So that they do it in a great way now.
Yeah. The idea is the value of it, believe me, if you invest the same money on content, you will get same results and you'll stay safe. So why to do it? Why to use? Because it is easier. Yeah, you don't to put like much effort. You just pay the money and the work will happen. But like, and the ranking will get. But like, it's not safe, and you will get the penalty definitely. I didn't see anyone like I saw a lot. Yeah, I could like outsmart what they do because Google could like track the emails, and then from the emails they know like this email sending a lot of outreach emails to other websites to link to this domain, and then like they have like a lot of spying stuff to do it. They say like, okay, they create tools to auto-generate every time sending from different email to do something, to do the communication, to do. It is too complicated. Why? Like you can't do it in an easier way, like in a nice way, something useful for your users. In the end, what is the point from getting traffic? And that traffic, it will not generate into revenue, into the money, or into the actual users. It's not about the number. It's not about increasing the traffic and getting as millions of traffic. It's about quality.
That's the point.
Yeah.
You don't, your mindset, it's not about how we deal with the Google, we deal with the people.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you want them to
Yeah.
turn to be clients.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you just focus to be the first one in Google page, so it's not the goal. The
Yeah.
goal, I want to be in the right keyword. To speak
Yeah,
to
true.
people.
Yeah, even I want to rank on the right keyword. So when people like search for it, I will be relevant for them. My result, it will be relevant. So I should rank for this.
Sorry, one question. Is it possible that a website doesn't have good content,
Yeah.
doesn't have good SEO, but it can rank above a website which has good content in SEO?
For short term, it could be. If they were doing like black hat stuff, they could rank for short term, but not for long term. Yeah. I have experience even here in this market. Like we got the clients because they got the penalty, and we start going and cleaning their profile and
Is
like
it
to remove
possible
them.
that somebody gets a penalty, you're able to recover?
Yeah. Yeah, there is stuff like you can do. It's a bit like kind of a little bit advanced. Yeah, exactly. You go and you clean them, you apply, you submit like a file called a disavow file, which is like, no, sorry, I'm not responsible. It's not me who did these links. It's like kind of, yeah, begging Google like to remove them. But yeah, exactly, it is the way to do it. But like, yeah, it need a lot of, because it will be mess to audit, to reach to that file. It take a lot of manual work, to be honest. We again, like in 2017-16, we won an award for Hertz for that. They came to us, they got a penalty to clean that. It took us maybe 6 months to finish the cleaning. But their results after this 6 months went back to normal, and they got back to index, and they got really great results, increase in the revenue, increase in the traffic, etc., etc. And we did with that like kind of the actual optimization, so that start getting actual right traffic. But it took that much time to be able to clean up everything, and it was like a lot of manual, exhausting, boring work, to be honest.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. For link building, there is a couple of stuff. Domain authority, just like vocabularies to learn about. Domain authority, it is by Moz, that platform who like learn. They develop these metrics to check the website's strength when it comes to link building, because Google doesn't give score on link building, because really they start hiding this kind of stuff because they don't want people to rely on link building because of this spammy stuff and this black hat SEO, we call it, that happen. So Moz, that kind of, they created like kind of a simulator how Google understand it by a lot of like tests and research and doing that. and even Google referring to it sometimes. The Google people employee, they will refer to it, it become like kind of a global standard for this, but it is not a ranking factor. It's not related to Google at all. That doesn't mean if you have a high domain authority, that means your rankings are higher. Just you have a good backlink profile, that's it. You have any good websites linking back to you. This is what we mean. It is a score between 0 and 100. 100 the highest, 0 the lowest. When you start a new domain, usually they become like kind of 5, 6, then start like building gradually, like getting this like domain authority. The most average one, you see most of the websites between 30 and like 50, most of the websites. Again, I manage websites, most of them like below 50, and they're better than the competitors in terms of ranking, just because they were newer or like doing SEO for new. So it is not related to ranking, but it is a way to help you to understand if the quality, even for your competitor, or if you are like asking for to get a link from a website, to check if they are good website or not. If their domain authority high, that means they are a good website, so you can ask them to get link. If their domain authority really low and marked spammy, you don't want that link because it could harm you. So it is a good benchmark. This is how you can check the domain authority. You use this tool from Moz. You just put your link and it will show you the domain authority. So for example, like the domain authority, it's 28. Okay. One of the strategies that you can do for link building, if you have a popular brand or well-known brand, is the unlinked brand mention. This is one of the, let's say, white hat SEO, we call it, which is not like relying on paying other people money. It takes time. A lot of people like will not respond to you. What you can do is you can search for your brand name and see if other websites mentioned you, or search for your services or product and see if there is other bloggers or news websites or any other like maybe mentioned you or your brand or your products, and then you contact them. You search like from that website like who's the contact there. You can search them on LinkedIn as well, who is like the person who is responsible on the website. So you do some stalking, you find the email, and then you go and outreach them and asking them if they can link back to you. Most of them, they will not answer at all, but like you will get some good links, so that's good, and you will be able to get good results. Then the last part, it is the local search. The local search, as I said in the beginning, it is like this map thing. So this applies if you have a physical location. If you have a physical location for your store or for your like shop or for your brand, then you can use this local search. And the algorithm for the local search, it is similar to the normal one, but there is a difference. The location matters. So for now, if I am now looking for a shopping mall, I will like see Dubai Mall because it's the closest to me. If I am in GLT, where my office, I search for shopping mall, I will see Marina Mall and Abu Mattuta and Mall of Emirates because they are closer to me. So your physical location, it matters when it comes to this search. So it is one of the ranking factors. You could use Google My Business, a free tool. Google My Business is a platform where you can claim and verify the locations, where you can start updating them regularly. I will not lie to you, it's a nightmare to claim a location. It's not that easy. Google are not like, they don't support. They used to have in the beginning here and in the Dubai office for the Middle East, like a team to support on that. But then Google decided to centralize that all in Dublin, in Ireland. So the response for the whole world. So it was become like the challenging since that time to claim any location or verify it. Here, they knew, for example, they know because it was like Google employees in UAE, they know like this is the agencies, they know like this agency actually have this client. So it was like smoother, the communication. Like I can easily verify, for example, they know like let's say like M5 are my client. So it's really easy for them to give me the access and claim it and start optimize it. Actually, they know the brands because they will tell them like Mall of Emirates, we need to claim the location. Who's Mall of Emirates? Like they are like, give me a domain with no, like Mall of Emirates, it is like owned by Mafi Group, Majid Al Futtaim. They don't have a brand called Mall of Emirates where they have emails Mall of Emirates. I can't send you that kind of email. It's a brand. Send me trade license. Okay, the trade license are in Arabic. I need something official. I want like a bill. Show the address. Well, our DIWA bills it will not show the address of like Mall of Emirates. There is no like, so it become really complicated and depends from business to business. In the end, one day you will manage to claim your business and update the information. This is how the tool look like. Sorry. Inside, like for example, you see like you can edit your exact location information, the categories. You can add update the working hours. You can add, for example, if you want like the link to your website, the phone number. You can add like services what you can provide, for example, or you can sell. Depends on each. And you can do optimization like for the name of the location, but keep in mind when you optimize the location to add the exact name of the location. So my location name or the business name is RBBI. I put red blue blur ID as RBBI, the shortcut. I will not try to be smart and add like the title tag, add keywords, SEO agency in Dubai or UX and SEO agency. No, I should add the exact brand name or like the exact location, how it is on the store name. It's not a place to add keywords. And it's easy to get penalty on this one. They will Google, the penalty here, Google will rechange it to something else for them. It's not like removing you. Because I had one of the clients, like they saw a competitor doing like adding a keyword like for this, and then they say, okay, the competitor doing it, I want to do the same. We told them, no, it's not a best practices, we'll not do it. Then they say, no, the competitor is doing it, like we should do it. So it was that easy, 2 minutes. I reported the name to Google. In 2 minutes, they got the penalty. I sent them screenshot. Tell them like, it was like that simple. So you should not always like follow, like don't like to outsmart when there is a rule, don't be like kind of outsmarted because it's really important. Address, make sure to have the right pin. I will give example about today. For example, today I was coming here and the pin it is for the other door. So I was getting lost. I like the two loops. So always like put the right like pin. You can move it. Put the right pin. Where is the entrance? Because people usually use it when they are driving. So maybe the parking entrance, not necessarily inside the building, parking entrance, stuff like this. This is how you should add the pin. Phone number, add like something where people like can, from the location, give insights if people call. So like add working hours, update them, Ramadan, not Ramadan, Eid, closing, special occasions, all of that. Make sure it's always updated. You don't want to get like frustrated customers come and see you closed where it show like on the location it is open. And like photos, try to add as well like photos for the location, inside, outside, from the street. Give like kind of some love to it. Okay. So in general, like this is that kind of one of the like stuff that you need to take care of when you do like an SEO strategy. The most important stuff that you can do. Just I'm gonna show you quickly a couple of like yeah. Yeah, 4 reviews.
Fraud reviews.
Fraud.
You don't know the person, never came in, we cannot identify star and he asked the question.
Yeah. To be honest, this is as well one of the disadvantages. You can't remove reviews or like even ask Google to reconsider them. The only thing that you can do is to reply to the customer and tell them like, can you please like tell us why like we are sad to hear like you have a bad experience. Can you give us? So if other people read it, they will see it is someone trying to do something. Yeah.
Do you have a cancer doctor? Answer. He knows how to answer.
Yeah. Yeah, to be honest, we can't do anything with it because it's like using. Yeah, it is frustrating sometimes, even because they like some people will, yeah. For example, he's putting this 1 star just to add the comment, while they can add. There is a question and answer section, just because they are not educated how to use it. It's appearing like this. Hopefully, Google will do something about this and maybe like change it. But like for now, there is nothing you can do. I wish if I can help you with this. I know it's a nightmare for all the brands, but like you can't do anything. And similar for the photos, if the user uploaded photos, it could appear on you, and like you can't do anything about it. I have a lot of funny stories like this. And once, for example, one of our clients, it's like logistic company, and then the employees, like the drivers, decided to take some selfies and upload it, and then like it started appearing as a profile picture. And Google stopped like replying to us, and they didn't remove it. And then like it was like a nightmare for like a couple of weeks until we managed, because there is no, even from Google My Business, you can't have control. You flag, you report to Google only until they gave us attention and like replace that image. So just like kind of people taking selfies, that was like the profile picture for a big logistic company. So yeah, like it is one of the big disadvantages. They design it as a user-generated content platform. Some of the SEO myths. Keyword stuffing is still working. If you heard about this, like don't do it. Again, I will repeat when we're doing the keyword. It's not about the exact keywords, it's about the context. So it is like it's not about like you start adding like kind of what exactly there like to appear on something. For example, the keyword here is like UAE bank account, and the result it is like for the personal accounts, and it's like a generic thing. It's none of this. It is that kind of an exact keyword. See, bank, bank, it is here. The word bank, it's here, and accounts, it's here, and UAE, it's here. See how Google like kind of play with it. It's not about. It's about the context. They don't take the exact. Before used to be people stuff. You need to add all the variants, everything, like even put them bold, etc. This doesn't work. Write a context, include keywords in that context, or even better, write the context about the keywords. You try to take these keywords and make topic out of them, and then write that topic about them.
Is tags still working?
Is that what? Stuffing keyword?
When you want
And adding this keyword section, no, it's like totally ignored. Even like there is this keyword tag, you'll see it sometimes in some CMS or stuff, it's totally ignored from Google. It's totally 100%. It's not a ranking factor at all.
some people
No, it's
tag area.
no.
Alternative keywords.
No, it will not. It's not. It's the content. What is like Google search inside the content. They don't read that tags anymore. They ignore it totally. I've never added any keywords in the last 8 years on any website. Never. Yeah, but it's an option, but it's not WordPress. In the end, you need to go to Google. It's an option exists there. Again, don't believe if like there is option. Always don't believe it. But like by that one, it's 100% confirmed. It is not crawled by Google. The keyword thing. Longer content is better. You will hear it a lot. Even like for me as an SEO, I prefer the long content, but it's not like true. This is John Muller. This is the account of Twitter if you want to follow. Like it is one of the most active search Google webmasters who like kind of keep publishing updates and stuff. And usually we believe him because he doesn't lie that much. So whenever he says something, we take it seriously. But it's not about the length of the content. Depends. If it's a product page, I will not go write 1,000. It could be like 100 words. If it is like a service, 200 it will work. For example, 250, 300 it will work. If it is a blog, 500 it will work. But to be honest as well, I've never asked any of my clients over like all the years to write something above 500 words. This 1,000, 2,000, no one reads. No one reads. So it's like waste of time and it doesn't look good. And the end, the shorter content, it will give the purpose. So don't spend that much effort or like making it bigger and bigger, and depends on the type of the page. So it's more flexible now with it, which is good. And the trend is going to be more flexible because no one read. Huh?
And when you are against this slide.
Yeah. Longer content is better. It's like a math. I'm saying here we are talking SEO math. Yeah. So this is a math. So all of them are math. It's not like maybe I should have like mentioned it. It is confusing. And it's all about backlinks. Again, this is not true. I'll explain to you. It used to be true. It's not true. And it's not a major factor. By experience, hundreds of websites. Believe me, with the last 8 years, and if I'm gonna say like kind of the percentage of my time doing link building with my clients, which is not only me, I'm planning strategies for like big clients, it's less than 1%. 1 to 2% from the total SEO.
Where do you focus your time most for SEO?
When I start a project on a technical to fix the foundation, I do technical audit and then give it to the IT, start working on it, and then go to the title tag, make the description, first thing to fix. And sometimes if the website too big, I don't do it I don't go and do it like perfect from the first time. Just to have something to bring me results so I can make my client happy. Then I go the detailed keyword research and start optimizing and doing the advanced stuff and make sure it is perfect. So I do like just to get results from the beginning.
If your client believe in you and what the right procedure.
I will do the same because as well, I want to see the idea is I don't need, Google will give me gradually. Actually, it's better if I slowly went up in the ranking. So like kind of I can fix the stuff more and more. And I focus a lot on content and content expansion. Always check as well. I'll hear from the business. I want to rank for these 5 keywords. I'm not ranking for before. I will check why I'm not ranking. Maybe I don't have content about it or stuff. But what I will do as well, I will go check who ranked for this keyword. and then I will check their websites and content, what they have and I don't have. Then I will see, okay, they have this content and talking about this, like they have these sections talking about that. That's why they rank for all these keywords. So I need maybe to do something similar, or maybe do something better, mix between like two competitors and like, oh, this is better idea actually. It's fine to spy and like build your own, like, and check. In the end, this is how it will work. And so majority of like kind of my strategy is always, to be honest, for me personally, I prefer first, of course, like I need to fix the technical and check if there is any advanced stuff to do with when it comes to the technical. And I focus a lot of time on content. First, on like doing this title and description, optimizing the content itself, and expanding the content. Because the asset of SEO is the pages. And if you have, for every single thing that you want to target, an option to write and like expand to do it. And as well, it will help you to internal link, especially if you have a blog. And then you can, like, let's say, if you sell cars, let's say, and you write, like, for example, best SUV cars in UAE, what is the best like kind of off-roading cars in the desert, and then I list the cars that I have to sell and add links to these cars from this blog to the, it is a link building and free link building, and then you will get a good results. So this kind of stuff, it helps a lot. And like majority of the strategy, it is this. We do, of course, local search for the businesses, it's ongoing thing. But we do, like, if there is a purpose, or like if there is a link building activity, the link toxicity, which is like checking if there is bad links coming to the website, we do it all the time as well to make sure like it's always clean, always clear. And if there was an opportunities to get link building, we do it. But by experience, there is not that much to do there organically without doing plat hat. Yeah, like it needs a lot of time. So the idea is the value of the time. If I spend it on doing link building, or if I use the same time and do it on content, like invest that time to write content or to expand content or to expand the website. If you value this too in terms of time, you'll see the results that you get from this much bigger from this. Yeah.
The backlinks is not the most important factor in SEO.
It is important, but not important factor.
It's important.
But it is, yeah, of course, it is one of the ranking factors we talked about.
Increase my domain authority.
Yeah, but what we're saying, domain authority, it's a number, it's not a ranking factor. It's a Moz number. It's not a Google number. It is from Moz. It is a benchmark. It is not a ranking factor. Like you will see, like I will have a lot of like go, do the check, like search for something, and then like compare the domain authorities. You will not see like anything related between both. Yeah, definitely higher domain authority refers a better quality website in terms of SEO, because in the end it's like measuring that, but like it's not everything. If you have everything perfect, then yeah, you should do link building. If you finished, okay, I'm done, yeah, then you should invest in link building, yeah. But I'm done from the other, everything is perfect. But I don't think anyone like can reach with the SEO, especially with Google every year changing something big and like make us like start from beginning on some topic.
Link building and social signal. How's this?
Social signals, a lot of people say like I could have as well, like it was one of the myths, but like for the time, like I didn't remove it. It's not a ranking factor. It helps you indirectly. If you put something on social media, people will know your brand, so they will go search for your brand. This is how it helps you, but it's not related to the ranking factor. It's not direct. It's not that. It's indirect way. So because if I write, like if I on social media I'm active, people seeing my brand name all the time, they know what I offer, what I service, so people will search. It generates search, so it will increase the search volume for your brand. So it will increase your organic traffic because people searching more for you, they know you more, more people know you. So this is how it will help you, not it will be a ranking factor. You had a question?
Yeah. You were saying that, to have blogs.
Yeah. It's this link's not for people, it's for Google. Yeah, it's not for people. Most of the time when, yeah, no one will like care about like clicking or visiting. It's not for, it's like, yeah, it's for Google. Even the blog, it is for Google. I had this, like majority of my clients, I have like blogs for them. Yeah, we use topics trending for the users, but our idea from creating the blog, to be honest, even not to drive traffic on the blog, to create this opportunity to add internal links to the other pages, so they rank higher. This is a link building strategy actually. Instead of doing it with other websites, you do it inside your website. Let's say if every month I'm like adding fresh internal links with the fresh keywords, because each topic it's a keyword and like a concept, and this is giving like feeding my other pages like with this, so the other pages will increase the ranking and drive more traffic. So for me as an SEO, to be honest, I don't care about the traffic that comes to the blog or if the people reading it or not. I care that like search engines can read it and go through these internal links and link these topics with these pages that add the internal link and rank them higher on that topics. So this is my objective of doing a blog as an SEO. But of course, if you have something on your website, you need to build it for the users as well. It's not like good not to have.
Is that like content is king? So Google can read text.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to have text for Google, to be honest. Yeah, visuals are important from UX point of view, but Google can't read them. So to get a benefit from something, I know it's not a creative thing to do, but yes, still Google until now need to see text to rank you for that text. Yeah.
Does it make sense to duplicate the same content on a Medium blog?
Duplication, always no. No duplication. Always should be unique. Always follow the unique content. Duplication, no. It's big no for Google. You can rewrite, but you really need like kind of to show a purpose why. You should not have, you should not have something similar or something the same, or like it should be always. Medium blog, what do you mean? Like kind of cutting it from other website, you mean?
From Medium.
From Medium, again, it will be only one. If it's only one, first, if you are duplicating it, like you will not get benefit. And second, at the end, it's only one domain you are getting all the time. So the value it will be the same if you add 1 or 10 or 20 or 100. So if you add 1, that's it. If you add 2, it's like the same value. So if you are adding hundreds or if you add only 1, it's the same value.
The domain is actually linking to multiple websites.
Yeah.
Google is
Google check the referring domain, which means the number of like domains, not the number of backlinks. Because you could like get like 100 links from one domain, from one website, but 100 and like 2 or 1 link from the same domain is the same. It's not about the number of that; it's the number of the referring domains, the number of other websites.
One of the times I was using SEMrush
Yeah.
software. In that, it is marking as spam when one domain is linking to multiple.
Yeah. Yeah, because usually this is directories, and Google, like everyone getting links from directory, this is the websites they used to sell links. So that's why these kind of directories it's not good to have link from them. Yeah. Yeah.
There's a text in the visual event that is
It should be HTML. In the HTML should be like proper text. Google can't read images. If you want Google to read images, even you add something called alternative text, alt text, to explain what Google is blind. They are blind. They don't like understand the content of the images. The machine learning there, they are building something on it, but still, it's not part of the SEO. They are building it for the images search and like to do something for machine learning.
We do everything for Google.
Yeah, you need to do everything for Google. Yeah, exactly. That's why we have a job in SEO. Any other questions? Cool. Thank you very much. I hope that was like useful. You can just scan this barcode like for the survey, I guess, right? Yeah. So please, and then hope you like enjoyed this and it was like beneficial for you.
Sure.
Thank you, guys.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah, we'll share on. I will share like I guess the slide, and we send the slide share link.
Yeah, share the link with you. Got your email ID. In case I've not spoken to someone, please do share your email ID so that I have it in the database. And thank you so much, Amar. It was
Thank you.
very insightful. Google SEO is a black box for everyone, to be honest. We really don't know what's right and wrong. It is good to have someone who can tell us that. So thank you so much. And thank you everyone for coming here. We're happy to see everyone in person. You'll keep knowing about more of assembly and inside workshops. through our emails and through our social media channel, which is Make Smart Team. To follow us, and I hope to see you.
Thank you.